landing page. So you can visit here and choose as a student, then log in as a student. Now, let's come to our main topic today. It's agriculture and climate change. So here we are focusing on the mitigation measures for sustainable farming. Now, since topic 1 of agriculture talks about soil degradation, and in the end, in that topic, we looked at controlling measures of soil degradation. So that means a farmer now has dealt with soil degradation, but still, we made some effects of climate change. Now, by the way of introduction today, let us look at what we shall cover in this topic to agriculture and climate change. So, by introduction, we will focus on climate change. We will appreciate that climate change affects how we grow food. Farmers need new strategies to protect crops because of climate change. So, mitigation measures help reduce negative effects. And the main goal is to secure food supply while protecting the environment. So, in this topic, we will focus on mitigation measures. Mitigation. How can we deal with climate change? So, number one, it's conservation agriculture. We need to practice conservation agriculture. So, the aim of conservation agriculture is protecting soil for better farming. So, we have three principles of conservation agriculture. Three principles. Number one, minimum soil disturbance. They say there must be less plowing, less tillage, almost zero tillage to the soil. We should not disturb our soil. So we shouldn't make ridges every year. This is conservation agriculture. So the aim here is to achieve soil structure. So minimum soil disturbance will help to make soil bind each other. So in times of heavy rains, we shall no longer have soil degradation, soil erosion. Number two, number two principle of agriculture conservation is permanent soil cover. So keep soil covered with crops or mulch to prevent erosion and hold moisture. Mostly today, in the past, farmers used to clear the land and leave all the crop residues along the rows of the ridges in order to keep moisture. So, a third principle in agriculture, in conservation agriculture rather, is crop rotation. Change crops each season to improve soil fertility and reduce pests. So, crop rotation will break pest cycle. Crop rotation will add fertility to the soil as legumes fix nitrogen, while we say legumes will fix nitrogen, while these monocotyledonous plants are heavy feeders. So there are three principles of conservation agriculture. Number one, minimum soil disturbance, permanent soil cover, crop rotation. Now, let's come to another mitigation measure, which is agroforestry. We should practice agroforestry as a practice of combining trees and crops together in order to avert effects of climate change. So, if we use agroforestry, planting crops together with the trees, for example, we have districts like Salima, Kasungu, JCE, Nchinji, where you have a lot of mango trees. But in the mango tree garden, farmers are also planting different types of crops. That is agroforestry. And the benefits will be better water absorption. So tree roots help water to soak into the soil. organic matter. Trees add nutrients to the soil after shedding of leaves, controlling soil erosion. Roots hold soil together or in place during rain. Tree canopy shade. So keeps soil moist. We say when we say canopy, a thick forest has a canopy. Or when you have a big tree with a lot of branches and leaves, that's a canopy. So it will provide shade. So the shade is a source of moisture and the cooling of the environment. Now let's go to another mitigation measure. So another way in order to solve the issues of climate change in agriculture, we need water harvesting, a practice of collecting and storing rainwater for farming. This has been a tradition, but we have neglected as Malawians. So, in water harvesting, so we see people when rains is falling, they take buckets and follow where there is a house with iron sheets and get water from there. That's water harvesting. Or you can have a dam and channel water into that dam. That's water harvesting. So water harvesting has three processes. Number one, catchment area. This is where water is coming from. So a catchment can be a road drain. So at the edge of the road, you have a drain which directs a lot of water down the stream. And if you also channel that water into a dam, you can harvest a lot of water. Rooftops as a house, rock surface, as rain is coming, rocks will not absorb water, and all the water will go down the stream. You can channel that water to a particular storage. Footpath, when you're moving in the gardens, in the forest, you have a small earth path where people or animals always pass through. Water can also take that as a passage. So then we have a conveyor system. So conveyor system, these are channels or pipes that transport water to storage facilities. So for example, a drain is a good example of a conveyor system. You can also dig a drain. You can channel water that passes along the drain or the road to a particular storage system. Then we have, so when we say conveyor system, we mean where is water passing before it gets to storage system. Then we have storage facilities. So water can be stored in tanks or in dams in order to be used. So water harvesting is very important because in time of drought, farmers will use the water for irrigation. So it doesn't matter whether you are near the dumpland or not. You can practice irrigation and practice ploughing throughout the year. It's very important for irrigation. Then another way to deal with climate change is the practice of reforestation. Reforestation. So here we are replanting trees where forests have been cut down. So why more trees are important? So they will restore ecosystem. They will capture carbon. Plants are a good example for organisms that absorb carbon dioxide from the air in order to make food in the process of photosynthesis. So that is the most important way. More trees, less carbon dioxide, and that means reduction in global warming. It will also improve biodiversity. You're going to get more of this information in Excel and Succeed Book 4. Now, lastly, let's come to another point. This is the integrated farming system. Integrated farming system. So here, you are combining different farming activities together. So, in integrated farming system, you may have livestock, which will provide manure for soil and income when you sell. So if you haven't harvested, you can sell livestock and buy food. Crops, this is the main source of food for people and also for livestock. Trees will provide fruits like mangoes. Will provide shade, timber for construction of houses. Fish farming, that's extra food and income. So the goal there is high production and healthy environment. So by a way of summary, we have looked at agriculture and climate change, but here focusing mitigation measures. So number one is conservation agriculture. Number two, agroforestry. Three, water harvesting. Four, reforestation. And five, integrated farming system. So thank you very much for being there. We are Millennium E-Learning Center, a modern LMS built for schools and the students, which is very simple, smart, and classroom ready. Take lessons, quizzes, and track progress, and access resources all in one is a platform designed specifically for Malawi's secondary school system. So why should you choose us? Because we are mobile friendly. Most of you are using phones, curriculum aligned. So we use the curriculum. We use our syllabus for Malawi and Mani. And you can track your progress through quiz. So make sure you are able to do your homework. Homework by what? By reading the notes that we have given you, by practicing the quizzes that we have given to you. So make sure you follow that. If you do that, you'll do the great. So we thank you very much for being there, and this has